There's so much competition nowadays and there's so much business nowadays, really, that there is a perfect customer for every company. So let's focus on getting in the right rooms at the right time versus just giving the shotgun of approach of trying to go everywhere. What up, go-getters? Welcome to Drive Your Business, the YouTube channel where we create marketing content for hustlers, entrepreneurs, go-getters, and business people. My name is Corey Barkach, and I'm your host and co-founder of Drive Creative. Today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can get better clients for your business. So getting better clients for your business can be a really daunting task. We're not talking about how to get more clients or clients that are going to be nicer to you or anything like that. No, we're talking about how we're going to get people who are better for your business, people who are going to be advocates, people who actually want your product. Now this video, I need to warn you, is a lot more for B2B people than B2C people. So if you're in business-to-business sales or business-to-business entrepreneur or anything business-to-business related, this video is for you. If you're selling direct-to-consumer, this video might be okay for you, but it might not be the most relevant. But feel free to watch anyway and pass on to your business-to-business friends. So this is something that we have focused on a lot over at our business, is focusing on getting better clients. People are going to be better for your brand. And the first step in this really comes down to your prospecting. So whether you're doing direct outreach, right? Whether you're hopping on the phone calling people, whether you're doing cold emails, networking, whatever that might be, or if you're marketing to people online, more of a draw strategy or what that might be, it's very important to focus on getting in front of those right prospects in the beginning so you get in front of the right rooms. So we actually talked about in one of our other videos how to create a buyer persona for that perfect prospect, which is something you should do before you go out prospecting. We created that in one of our videos about creating a marketing plan if you want to check that out. But definitely some good information there to talk about this and get started on that step. But as far as getting in front of those people, once you've identified who they are, one way that you can do this is simply by logging on LinkedIn. It definitely helps if you have a premium LinkedIn account, but you can do it with a regular LinkedIn account too. Log into LinkedIn and search for these companies before you contact them. Now, if this company has a LinkedIn profile set up, you're actually going to be able to look at this company, do some research on who works there, what the size of the company is, potentially what the revenue is, what they specialize in. LinkedIn offers a host of information on those profiles to make sure that this company is a right company for you to actually get in front of. The last thing you want to do is walk into a room where either the customer is way too big for the service that you offer, or maybe the customer is way too small for the service that you offer. That's just a big waste of time for everyone. If your customer or prospect isn't the right fit for the service that you're offering, either A, somebody else is going to be able to offer that and you're going to waste everyone's time, or B, they're going to hire you expecting something else because you're a great salesperson, but you're not going to be able to deliver on what they actually want, and they're going to fire you anyway. So focus on getting into the right rooms, right? It's about quality over quantity. The whole game of, hey, ABC, dial, reach out. Yeah, you still want to have activity, but there's so much competition nowadays and there's so much business nowadays, really, that there is a perfect customer for every company. So let's focus on getting in the right rooms at the right time versus just giving the shotgun of approach of trying to go everywhere. Which leads me to my next point. Once you get into that right room, right, get to the root of what the customer's pain point is as quickly as possible. And this is actually pretty easy to do. You just need to ask the right questions. And the reason you want to do this is A, you want to figure out, okay, how can I help this person? What are we talking about today? How can I actually take care of the need that they have? And B, can we actually take care of this need? A good example of this happened to us. We had a customer who wanted a new logo. They said, hey, they're actually talking to Dan. They said, Dan, we need a new logo. And Dan said, okay, why? Why do you think you need a new logo? And this actually opened up a huge conversation. Well, Dan, the reason that we need a new logo is that A, we made this logo a long time ago and we just don't like the way that it looks. It's not representing us in the right way. But B, people don't understand what we do. The logo we have and the identity that we have looks much more like some technology security company, whereas in fact, we're actually a printer of data for banks. So, in all, this opened up a huge door for us not to just say, yeah, we're going to slap a new logo on your company. It helped us understand their pain point and what was actually being achieved. So this gave us the opportunity to tailor a message for this printing company to resonate more with credit unions and banks so that they got a better result of their creative and their brand and actually got what they were looking for. If they were to just go online and send out a random response to a random company and say, give us a logo like an online company, and that online company gave them a logo, sure, they would have got them a logo, but they would not have gotten a well thought out brand identity with a message that resonated with them. So asking the customer the right questions, getting to the root of why you're there. You're not there just to hang out. And figuring that out quickly sets the stage for you to be able to answer their questions effectively, make sure that you're not wasting their time, figure out if it's something that you can do. If it is something you can do, how exactly can you do it for them, and giving your customer a solution versus just selling them something that's out of the box. And an out-of-the-box solution might be okay for what they need, but most of the time you're gonna find that somebody needs something different. They need something that's tailored for them. Now, the next thing is probably something that you were taught in grade school or by your parents. It's just being honest, right? Can I honestly help you? Now, in one of our other videos, we talked about Seth Godin's approach to authenticity, which I agree with, and how authenticity is fake, because if I'm going to sell something, obviously I have a motive in wanting you to purchase so that I can help you and you can grow my business, right? But being consistent is super important. So being consistent in audience is being consistent and honest with your customer is something that they're gonna be able to see, and they're gonna be able to figure out very quickly if you're actually doing or not. It's just human nature. So if this prospect isn't a good fit for your company, just let them know that, right? Like I said before, we're looking for quality clients, not quantity clients. We're looking for clients that are gonna stay with us, clients that are gonna want us to actually help them and partner with them and grow their business. We don't just want a bunch of people who are just gonna use us as an order taker. And don't be afraid to tell them what they actually need, right? If your client says, hey, we want X, but you offer ABC, and you actually know that they need ABC, don't be afraid to say, hey, you don't need X, get ABC, because at the end of the day, they're gonna be happier. And when ABC works for them, they're gonna trust you, and they're gonna wanna refer you and do business with you. Whereas if you just take the easy approach and say, okay, you want X, take X, they're probably gonna fire you, and they're probably gonna be pissed. Taking this approach allows you to be a consultant versus salesperson, right? And you can get rid of that stigma of just trying to make money off people, and you can actually help your customers, which is what everyone really, really wants to do. The other way to get better clients is to stop just selling on price. Even if you are the cheapest option in town, you still want to give people the most value possible. Well, how do you do this, right? Well, that's something that you can talk to your marketing team about. Or if you're a marketer yourself, it's something that you can come up with. Figure out with your product what makes it valuable and what do people actually need. What pain point are you solving? You need to have a value-added approach to your product or service for your customers in order for them to want to buy from you. Often you'll see that the best presentation, the best brand will win regardless of what the price is, because one brand is showing, hey, I have all this value. This is why you should do business with me. Where that other brand might have that value, but they're not articulating it in a way that anyone can understand. So make sure that you're showing your customers all the value in your product and service, why they should purchase from you, and you're gonna get better clients that way. As an individual, it's also very important to start building that strong individual brand, right? Now, if you're lucky enough to have a strong brand behind you with the company you work with, that's awesome. But also with that, it's about building your own personal brand, because people like to do business with people that they trust and that they like. So one way to do that is start creating some online content in your space that makes you seem like an industry leader, right? And you can choose which way you want to do that. You can write articles on LinkedIn. They got a really easy way to do that when you log in. Write the article beforehand, put it in there. It'll go out to your audience. You can create video content and put it on YouTube, right? Start a vlog channel. You can just post stuff on your social media. Just make sure when you're doing all this stuff, you take into account which platform you're on and is the message appropriate, right? For example, if you're on Facebook, nobody wants, you're a credit card processing company, nobody wants to see buy for me, buy for me, buy for me, buy for me, buy for me on your Facebook timeline, right? It's a social network. People are trying to be social on there. But what would be appropriate is to post some business-related activity with other family-related activity. What happens then is you can start building that little small community in your neighborhood, and people start recognizing, hey, Bill's the business credit card processing guy, but this is who Bill is. Bill goes to these restaurants. Bill's our guy. Bill's cool. Bill's on social media. Bill's posting things. I feel like I know Bill. Because Bill's posting about his family. He's not just posting about business and sales and sales and sales. No, Bill's actually posting stuff that's social and relatable. On the other end of that, Bill might be posting articles on LinkedIn that talk about the industry as a whole with credit card processing, things you need to look for, things you need to consider when you're working with a credit card processing company. So his content on LinkedIn is much more tailored to business. And then on YouTube, he's just focusing on people who work in the credit card processing space, right? Because he's trying to become a leader amongst his peers and build that network of people who, hey, I'm thinking about getting into credit card processing. What should I think about, right? That way he's building a channel. So build strategy on all platforms is different, but at the end of the day, the whole goal is, hey, I'm trying to build an audience and I'm trying to build that brand advocacy for me as a personal brand so people know who I am and they can refer me business. And the last and most important thing is to refocus your marketing efforts, okay? Are you fishing in the right pond? So this goes back a little bit into your buyer persona, right? Which you talked about earlier in the prospecting part, but where are my customers? Where do they hang out, okay? Are my customers on this social platform? Do they go to these events? Are they even in this area? Where is my highest, most dense concentration of customers? And then how do I market to that area so that I make sure that I'm hunting in the correct pond? And on the other side of that, does your brand speak to this, right? Do you and your brand have the right message to reach these people? That's all going to be super, super important when you're talking about communication and getting your message across. So thanks for checking out our video today, guys. Please check out the links in the bio, like and subscribe to our channel. We've got some videos, other videos right here that you can take a look at. We'll have another video coming out next week. As always, it was great seeing you. Hope you learned something. Talk to you soon.